Thunderstick here with my review of the Adventure Force Double Fire, which is made by Busby Toys and seems to be the kind of spiritual successor to the old Busby double barrel shotgun. And this one is a Walmart exclusive, of course, being an Adventure Force product, which Adventure Force, just as clarity, I feel like I need to do this in almost every Adventure Force review, that is a Walmart branding. They don't actually make any products of their own. All the current Adventure Force blasters are either made by Busby, X-Shot, or Primetime Toys, which is also known as Dart Zone. So this is a Busby Toys product, and this blaster is a break action, double barrel, spring powered, shotgun style blaster that does not use the Busby shells. That is what I'm referring to here. And it is priced at $10. And for the $10, you get the blaster, you get a attachable dart holder that attaches to both left hand or right hand side of the stock. And I'll go ahead and clip that in actually. It is removable if you want to, just be careful and pull the tabs. And you get 6 of Busby's long distance darts. These actually are pretty good as far as velocity and range. They do actually have a fairly good aerodynamic profile, but they have 0 accuracy. I've actually never published a review on these darts, and I probably should, but moving on. The blaster itself is a double-barreled, spring-powered, break-action, shotgun-style blaster that is rear breech loaded. It has done away with the Busby shells of old, which of course the double shot had used, and so had many other Busby blasters, but in doing away with the shell, they have sped up the loading process where you can just take 2 darts, throw them in the back end here, slam your barrels closed, and then you can fire in either a successive, one shot and then another as you pull the 2-stage trigger, or reload real fast, and you can fire both at once. Very neat capability that you can choose your shots or do a true shotgun blast. And this actually, having the change away from the shells, has boosted the performance of the blaster significantly over its predecessor. The old double shots, generally, depending on all the multiple variables that are in there, the darts, the shells, the blaster itself, how they performed, would always range from the high 50s to the low 60s, which, for comparison, if you're checking out this blaster for the first time and never been to the channel, Nerf blasters on average, Nerf brand blasters, fire at 70 feet per second velocity. That's how fast the dart's coming out of the barrel. Busby blasters always fire a little harder as far as the newer ones. So if somebody has a little more range, a little bit of an advantage in the backyard. This one rings true with that. The old one was a little weaker. This actually is averaging over 80 feet per second. I tested it and tested it and tested it, and I was getting actually around 83 to 85 feet per second. And that's a noticeable jump over Nerf. And for those of you who are very familiar with blasters or my channel, that nails home the Busby average of them normally hitting around 80. So, $10 price, above Nerf performance. And I do think, despite my love of the Busby shells, I do believe being able to throw darts straight into the back of the breech speeds up the loading and firing process to a point where this thing's actually become fun and usable. The shells are fun to see them ejecting and flying out, but having to load the dart into the shell, load the shell into the barrel, load another dart into another shell, load another shell into the other barrel, that's slower. This is faster, and the performance has jumped by a noticeable amount while remaining $10. That's actually cheaper than the last of the double shots, which were going for 15 or 20 retail price. And that's nice. Nice to see a newer product released that has improved on the function at a lower price than its predecessor. Doesn't happen very often, and certainly not with Nerf. The double fire, honestly, I think anybody can use it, because the break action, you just simply tap this lever and break it open, and the little rope here is actually anchored to the front here and is on a pulley system, and it actually runs down in here and around another pulley and pulls down the plunger rods and compresses springs. And the fact that it compresses the spring back there and is able to do this reliably. I mean, some of these double shots are using that same system and have been around since 2003 or 4. That's a fantastic show of their durability. So I have no problems with this system. It restricts a little bit of what we can do to really crank out some power modding wise, but the system has proven itself reliable. So I have no issue with that. Basically, trying to hunt and find a problem with a blaster that is $10 and is very fun to just do that, picture throwing some darts in and 2 shots, or boom, shotgun blast. I mean, just that action is just fun. It's just fun overall, and it's hard to replicate that, and it's hard to do so that cheaply with good performance straight out of the package. And while it is a Walmart exclusive and you can't get it anywhere else, $10. And this is just personal opinion, that color scheme looks good. Normally the Adventure Force green doesn't play well with a lot of other colors, but this time where they went with the gray and the orange, I actually like it. Now, I wouldn't mind painting one up after I've done some modifications to it, but for $10, I don't think a family could go wrong picking a few of these up to have fun in the backyard, or some of us Nerfers could have fun modifying it, brassing the breeches, trying to get a little bit better air seal out of it, see what we can do to beef up the system and handle a little bit better spring. There's so much potential here, and at $10 you cannot go wrong. So, final verdict. This is an absolute home run. The Busby throwing this out and making it available at Walmart for $10, I can't keep saying that enough. It's $10. It's hard to go wrong with $10 unless you're Nerf and you bring out the Alpha Strike line. But that aside, this up against that Alpha Strike line all day long, get this. This is so much better than the supposed shotgun that they introduced for the Alpha Strike line that it's not even funny. This is going to be one of my top favorite blasters of this entire year. Coming in right at the end of 2019, I can't think of too many more outside of this that I would put into like a top 5 or top 10. Because I'm somebody who has kind of odd taste. But this is fun. This is fun embodied in a very economical package that works well, outperforms its competition, and is just better than a lot of the offerings at the same price range. So, Busby, you did a great job bringing this thing to the market. While Walmart may not always be the best to deal with, this product is a out-of-the-park home run. Absolutely, if you like and enjoy and have fun with dart blasters, you must get a Busby Adventure Force Double Fire. And yes, I did call it a Busby because it says Busby right there, and on the box. But the Adventure Force Double Fire should be in your collection. Absolutely. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 of them. Maybe the whole family's worth. But yes, it's a fantastically fun blaster that you literally can't go wrong spending a $10 bill on. And this is Motor Jake with my review of the Busby Double Fire. Hope you enjoyed it.